Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Stout Sportsman Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing podcast picks show. Did I get it all there?
Yeah, I think so. Sounded good.
Let's wait and see if we had any people on live. And
Did we give people any notification beforehand?
I did on Facebook. I don't think we have enough followers yet on
Yeah.
YouTube to do that.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, people don't like this enough yet.
Hopefully this will catch on at some point during the season.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, especially by word of mouth. Some of the random followers or subscribers we have on YouTube here. Hopefully they will word of mouth and spread us around a little bit.
Maybe you have some people searching for us, searching for help. All right. Let's make sure all our banners work here. If you're watching, you get a little sneak peek. All right.
So what are you thinking about the game tonight? Who do you think's got it?
Can turn this into a Super Bowl show too. I kind of hope Chiefs win.
50 years it's been.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the 49ers probably.
Yeah. What I see happening is the Chiefs playing like they normally do and kind of falling behind first half and coming back out after halftime and playing, and I think it'll be a little too little too late.
Too little too late.
That's what I'm thinking. There will be a lot of scoring now. I think it's going to go. It's going to be an over for sure.
Yep. Just hopefully my squares hit. I have some decent numbers.
Yeah. I think I'm in two of them from work, two different square pools, $5 and $10 squares, and then one that we did with Ann's aunt. So
cool.
Pretty well vested. I don't know if I told you I did. We did playoff brackets for the playoffs at work.
Oh, did you?
So $5 for a bracket, and it started the second round. So I played two. I played one with my best guesses, did horrible. The other one I flipped a quarter for every game, and I'm perfect.
Really?
So
wow.
Yeah, with San Francisco winning. So we'll see what happens.
Gotta love the luck.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Should we kick it off and start the show?
Yeah, let's go. People are late to the party. They're late. No late. I can watch it back.
All right. Let's go. Bucket A.
Bucket A. All right. We'll start out with my pick for A bucket is Cliff Prince. Little background on him at St. John's. Last year, he finished 17th with 54 pounds, 5 ounces. Good finish for him. 2016, he finished in 6th place with 73 pounds, 6 ounces. And also, Cliff is from Palatka, Florida. I hope I said that right.
Palatka,
yep. That's pretty much right where I believe that's where their home base is.
Yep, St. John's River is Palatka, Florida.
Yes. So, but he's not the biggest well-known guy, especially for A bucket, but he's got that home field advantage, and no matter what the weather conditions are, whatever, I think he's going to be a solid pick for sure.
He is 28. Oh, let me move this over. Out of 102 tournaments, 12.7% of the time, he's in the top 10.
Yeah, that's solid. Those aren't Chris Johnston numbers, but it's pretty solid.
Speaking of Chris Johnson,
mm-hmm.
I took him.
That was my segue for you.
I took him. He finished well last year.
Mhm.
I don't have that in front of me. I don't know if you have that in front of you, but
Last year,
yeah,
he was second.
he finished second.
He finished second. I don't have his weight offhand. I didn't write that one down, but I think the top four guys were all over 90 pounds last year.
Yeah, I think he had like 95.
Yep.
He makes the top 10%, 28.6% of the time.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. Yep.
Um, so I let's just go with the top pick on the site is John Cox.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't take John Cox because he was the top pick on the site.
Exactly. John Cox, I think some of the pundits on Bassmaster had him heavily favored, but that's exactly why I didn't take him.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, 29.3% he's at.
Let's see. Drew Benton. We took Drew Benton as our Stout Sportsman's pick.
Yes.
Drew, I think it was his rookie year last year, maybe, or second year. No, he's been on a couple years. Sorry. He finishes
6.3% at the moment.
Yeah, and he finishes like 15% of the time in the top 10.
Yep.
Younger guy, I believe.
Yeah, he looks like a younger guy. I got his bio up right now. 2 classic appearances.
Yep. Nice. So we have him as our pick for our combined team, for the show team.
Yep.
And let's see, a couple other guys we can talk about. Zeldane.
Chris Zeldane, yeah, he last year he finished 36th with 28 pounds 11 ounce. And 2016 he did 38th place with 44 pounds 9. So not the best, and that's kind of why I steered clear of him. But I wouldn't be surprised if he ekes his way into the top 10 this year.
Yep. He was in the Angler of the Year run last year, so maybe he can carry that over to this year.
Yeah,
I think he got a slow start last year, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. I especially what did I say, 36th place last year, so that's kind of a slow start for him. Yeah. Yep.
21% of the time he makes the top 10, so
yeah.
Not too bad.
And then the last guy on here for others is Mr. Klun.
Yeah.
He won it back to back, 2016 and 2019. So the guy's got a lot of experience under his belt, especially there.
I put the question mark there because can he do it again? And I mean, he's getting up there in age.
yeah, he's in his 70s now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Rick Klun, 456 tournaments under his belt with B.A.S.S.
With B.A.S.S, yep.
Just with B.A.S.S. But 27% of the time, which I'm probably guessing a lot of that is in his earlier years.
Right.
He's in the top 10.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm guessing he's going to do well, decent, but I'm not going to put my money on him.
I wouldn't either. But you go back a couple of years to the Classic. Who would have thought Jordan Lee was going to win 2 years in a row?
Yeah, true.
So anything can happen, but I don't see Klun winning 3. All right, we're going to go to B bucket.
Yeah, let's shoot over to B.
All right, bucket B for me. I went with Keith Combs. Last year, he did not do all so well. 63rd place finish with an abysmal 19 pounds 7 ounces. I don't know what happened there.
I know he didn't do well because I picked him.
Right.
And he let me down.
Got the slow start last year.
Yeah, it's in the back of my head going, I ain't picking him.
Right. So I'm thinking a little bit of redemption here. Going back to the 2016 tournament, he finished in 14th place with 49 pounds even. So, I'm sure most of these anglers have fished there. Maybe not big tournaments like this, but I think he's due for some redemption on St. John's.
Cool.
I hope.
All right, I went with Mr. Patrick Walters.
Hmm.
Patrick finished fourth last year in
I
this
don't
tournament.
have that up. I
I
only
know
wrote
you
down places and
did.
results for the guys I like.
I know he did. He finished fourth last year,
Mhm,
and 25% of the time he finishes in the top 10
mhm.
in a short career.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Got a little dog barking in the background. All right. So I picked him. I figure I'm hoping he's going to have another good season or
Yeah.
good tournament. Um, let's see.
And
Stout
for
Sportsman. Yeah.
Stout Sportsman pick is Chad Morgenthaler. That was pretty much my pick that I kind of wiggled in there. Let's see. He did fish both the 2016 and 2019 tournament. Last year he finished in 13th with 56.11, and 2016 92nd. So definitely not too good, but he's improving, and I think he's definitely somebody at toward the end of last season that started to come on pretty strong. So
His owning percentage
mhm,
for this year for this tournament is 1.5%. So hey,
mhm.
if he does well, we can
Yes,
shoot up there.
yes, yep, good opportunity there.
All right, a couple other names we can talk about: Swindle and Polnick,
Yes,
the comeback,
yes,
the guys who decided to pay their money, get out of Major League Fishing, Bass Pro
okay.
Tour, and come back to Bass.
Now, did Gerald did he come out and say why he wanted to come back to the elites rather than what he was
Um,
doing?
it's out there. I think it was he he got into the Bass Pro Tour and he just realized that it wasn't for him.
Okay,
Kind of the short summary of it.
yeah, I
Um,
I, I think just the format of their tournaments and stuff is
yeah,
quite a bit different. So yeah, it probably wasn't for everybody.
I know he also has his nephew Trey Swindle who fishes some of the opens.
Okay,
Um, so he's been fishing with him, doing some of the
okay,
tournament stuff, trying to help him out,
yeah,
get him into the game. So I know that has
that's
a
good.
little bit to do with it too.
Yeah, yeah, because it's not always about the money,
No,
you know.
no, Swindle also has his hunting shows and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So
Yeah, he seems to be one of the more busy anglers,
yeah,
pro anglers anyway. Yep.
Polnick the same. Not he didn't really come out and say too much about like that he hated the Bass Pro Tour.
Hmm.
But I know he was big on the Bass Nation stuff. That's how he came into the sport
Okay.
through through the regional tours and stuff like that. So I know that's always been at him. You know,
Hmm.
he basically grew up and came into the sport through Bass. So
Yeah,
he was
trying to
more
come
sensitive.
back and show a little bit of allegiance.
Yeah,
Right. That's honorable.
yeah. So they both got back in with their legend status, I guess they call it.
Hmm.
Is the uh, they both won Angler of the Year. So
Okay. That's kind of like what NASCAR does with the, past champion provisional or whatever.
yeah.
Yep, something like that.
So both of them, both of them are, I'd say, veterans of the game.
Hmm.
So I want to see how they, before I start picking them, I want to see how they fit with this group of anglers.
Right.
They are bigger names, but you know, we'll see how they do,
Yeah,
see how they stack up.
that's fair. Yep.
Plus, I don't think either of them does very well in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even sure where either of them are from.
Swindle is from Alabama. He lives near Gunnersville, on
Okay.
Gunnersville, and Brandon is Idaho.
Idaho. Okay. Hmm.
So a little
All
ways.
right.
All right, let's go to bucket C.
Bucket C for Matt. Uh, I have Jason Williamson. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not super confident in this pick, but I think he's due. Last year, he finished 43rd with 26 pounds 15. In 2016, he finished in 34th with 45 pounds 1 ounce. Um, there's a good chance I may swap him out for somebody else before our lineups get locked in. I think Thursday morning, but that's who I'm going to go with now. I think he's overdue for a good finish.
All right, I went with Clark Wendland,
Mm-hmm.
and I went with the grizzled veteran, I guess you'd call him.
Right.
Uh,
I'm sure he probably wouldn't appreciate that.
I don't know. I didn't have too much of a. I don't know. He's 8.2% owned,
Mm-hmm.
so he's not at the highest owned, but he's also not the lowest. He's right. He's the fourth on the list there.
Okay.
And I think he's done well in that Florida region. He's from Texas, so
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll definitely see. And then who is our
our
Stout Sportsman pick?
Kobe Krieger.
Kobe Krieger.
He
He is a Florida guy. Yes.
is from Florida. 13.8% picked.
Mhm.
Third on the list there. So, the hometown, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is where he lives? Is that close by?
It's Boquila, Florida. Here, let me maps it up a little.
Yeah, he's been in the money 47 times out of 81
He's from more.
tournaments.
Yeah, he's more from South Florida. It's only It's only like a 4.5 hour drive for him. So
Yeah, that's not bad.
it's from that area. We'll call him from that area.
He should do well. Should do well.
Yeah. Other picks. I have Cobb on there twice. Brandon Cobb is 37.9% owned.
Mm-hmm.
He's the fan favorite, we'll call it.
Okay.
But he definitely came on strong last year. He had 2 wins last year.
Yes.
Definitely got his feet wet.
I remember watching a couple of the events where they had a cameraman on board with him, and I remember him pulling in some nice fatties.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I don't think it was at St. John's. It was later in the year, like you said. But
Lake Fork.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, that would make sense.
It was his other win.
And the last guy for us would be Kelly J for Sea Bucket. He did fish both the 2016 and 2019 tournament. 11th place finish last year with 57 pounds 8. In 2014, he finished in 64th with 25 pounds 11. Yeah, I think that would be a solid pick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any. If I do pull Williamson out from my pick, I would probably put Kelly J in there. That's most likely what would happen.
All right, let's go over to bucket D.
Yeah, all righty. Bucket D, I have Jesse Tecarante, and he finished in 57th place last year with 22 pounds 4. His hometown is Orlando, Florida. I'm not sure if that's still where he is, but that's right smack dab in the center of Florida. So I'm sure he's got plenty of time fishing on St. John's. Yep.
I took Derek Hudnall.
Mm-hmm.
He's another case of where I took somebody a little bit lower from the owning percentage.
Right.
He's a little newer to the tour. He only has 35 bass tournaments under his belt.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
newer guy. Figured give him a whirl.
Yeah, and it does obviously get a little tougher to pick guys as you start getting down, CD and E buckets.
I think D was my hardest bucket to pick.
Yeah, yep, I agree with you there.
And he's from Louisiana, so he's not too far off from the Florida area. So
Yeah, yep. And for our other, no, we got to go to our Stout Sportsman pick.
yep,
Steve Kennedy.
he's the guy I love and hate to pick.
Yes, he does very well, or he doesn't.
Yes, last year it
Yeah,
was more of them that doesn't.
yeah, I got burnt taking him a few times last year, but it was almost kind of worth the risk reward was there.
Yeah, yeah. If he does well, he tends to win.
Yep, yep.
And Mr. Lineberger for our other pick.
Yes.
Oh, before we get to that, Stephen Kennedy is the top owned pick in the D bracket
Okay.
with 31%.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
yeah.
All right. So our other is Shane Lineberger. Last year he finished 23rd with 49 pounds 13 ounces. In 2016 he had a atrocious 98th place finish.
So he's getting better in time.
He's getting better in time. I believe he's North Carolina. 32 times in the
Yes.
money, 60 appearance or 60 total tournaments. Only two top tens, but we are talking D bucket here, so he's got potential. I think some of the pundits on fantasy fishing off on Bassmaster here, I think they had a couple of guys might have chosen him. I can't remember offhand.
Yeah, he's 1.6% owned, so he's definitely a shot in the dark. If he does well, you're probably going to do very well, unless you really crapped out on the rest of your buckets.
Right.
All right.
Right.
That was bucket D. We'll head over to E.
Bucket D.
There's your man, Destin.
Destin. Yeah. I actually went on his website last night for a little bit just to kind of check his stuff out, and like we had talked about previously in one of our other streams that we did a couple days ago. He does do a little bit of guiding down there on the St. John's, as well as he does some guiding up here, right in my backyard on Presque Isle up here in PA, Lake Erie. So that was a lot of the reason. There's two reasons I really took him for this tournament. He's a somewhat local guy from Grove City, PA, and he also guides down there on the St. John's. So to me, for E-Bucket, it's just a perfect pick for me. Absolutely. Um, he doesn't have any. I dug around a little bit looking to see if he had any tournaments on the St. John's. I couldn't find any, in the 5 minutes I looked or so. So I don't really have any previous places or weights to give you guys.
Yeah. It's the E bucket. It's the bucket made the bucket of dreams. Call it. But if you hit your E bucket pick, man, you can do well.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't even look to see what percentage Demarion had. I don't have him up at the moment on my screen.
And he is a rookie this year, right?
Yes, he is. Yep.
So I took Austin Felix. He is also a rookie on B.A.S.S this year, but he fished FLW.
Yes.
He's from the exact opposite of the country from Florida. He's from Minnesota. But he has those tournaments. He's fished FLW a few years, so he knows his way around the country. And I think he's going to be a strong contender for the season. Actually, even more than just this tournament.
And he was fairly heavily favored for this tournament for E-Bucket. Yep. Going by what some of the pundits had said. Yep.
He's 8.9% owned. He's the third highest owned in the in the bucket.
Yeah.
And he's also my dark horse this year.
Yep.
I picked him last show.
Yep.
So
Yes, he is.
gotta,
Go ahead.
so you got to ride the horse that you showed up with,
Right.
right?
Yep. The Stout Sportsman combined pick here for Scott and I was Rob Digg. I think that was more of my pick.
Me, yeah.
He's
Let me dig in.
his
Let me dig
hometown
into.
is.
Go ahead. So let me dig into the numbers here a little bit. Go ahead and
Okay.
talk. I'll dig into the numbers for
All
Dig.
right. His bio says he's from Denver, North Carolina. That is not Colorado. Um, let's see. He has 28 Bass tournament appearances and 15 times in the money. 30. I should say 30. 4 top 30 finishes, 4 top 20s, and 1 top 10. So he has 0 first, second, or third places, but I think he may do pretty well. We'll see. Last year he finished 34th place with 36 pounds 15 ounces. So it's a tough bracket, really. You know, you're going to have your 2 or 3 guys that are heavy favorites, and then after that, you're kind of throwing darts at the wall, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Our other pick, well, the others that we're going to talk about, is Mr. Buddy Gross.
Okay.
And Buddy, he is like the man for the E bucket. 43% picked him.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Oh, look, hometown, Chickamauga, Georgia.
Chickamauga, Georgia. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I know a couple people that have fished there. Scott and I have taken 2 trips down there, and we didn't do terrible, but we definitely didn't get like Chickamauga numbers.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yep.
We may be back.
Yes. I hope I'm definitely going to go back at some point. Maybe not this year necessarily, but soon enough.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you want to go over? Do we want to cut this short, or do we want to just babble on for a little bit?
Here, I'm gonna share this little screen here. I'm gonna pop it
right.
over. So let's go over this.
Nice.
Location is St. John's River, Palatka, Florida, and it's February 6th through the 9th. You gotta get your picks in. And we'll plug the Stout Sportsmen Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing Group. Come join us if you haven't already. The past winners: Rick Klon, and Chris Lane. Chris Lane's no longer in Bass. He is in the Bass Pro Tour.
All right.
There we have picks. These top picks, they haven't changed at all since I started this sheet a couple weeks ago. And they've stayed pretty consistent.
That says something, though, that you're confident in your picks.
Yeah.
I have one that I'm kind of on the fence about, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So on my screen here, I'm looking at my entries for my fantasy fishing team, and it says rosters lock at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on February 6th, which is Thursday, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's not reading right.
Yeah, that can't be right because the tournament starts Thursday morning, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think I was looking at this, I want to say late last night, and I had seen 6 a.m. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's locked before the tournament starts.
Yeah, it's going to have to be. So my advice would be to make sure that by midnight Wednesday night into Thursday that you have your picks in and locked.
Yeah.
And don't forget your total weight.
Yeah, I definitely have them done before Wednesday or by Wednesday.
Right.
Because this isn't like fantasy football where you're going to get any injury reports or anything like that.
Right. The guy slipped in the shower, that
Yeah, you're not going to hear about that in time to make you change your picks.
Right. Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think the worst case scenario is something like that. Is a guy has equipment problems, boat engine problems, something like that. And if it is, it's going to be one of the Johnson brothers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully they got that figured out.
Yeah.
We did go with 94 pounds 4 ounces for our Stout Sportsman's team,
Yes.
and that is just halfway between Matt's pick of, you picked 93,
93.9.
I picked
and
95.
95.7.
Yes.
Yep.
So we went in the middle there.
Pretty close. Yep.
Pick your favorite number, but make sure your number divides by 4 to roughly what you think the winning weights are going to be each day.
And I want to say last year's St. John's tournament, I think they were bag heavy on day one, and then it kind of, I think, petered off a little bit toward the last 2-3 days of the tournament, from what I recall reading, anyways. And I know last year, from reading a little bit too, from practices, a lot of the fish started moving. Toward the end, last day of practice, Wednesday, and then into Thursday, Friday, the fish started moving. So some of the guys had to reevaluate their strategies.
Yep.
Because that is going to be, I believe, pre-spawn down there.
Yeah, these early fishing tournaments are tough because the fish are they're
staging, moving around a lot. Yep.
Not like where they're at up here. Some of them maybe up under ice up here.
Right. Yep. I'm a little worried up here. Normally, right up where I am, Presque Isle Bay normally freezes over by early January at the latest, and I could probably go take my boat out right now.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Well,
I see a lot of algae bloom coming this summer for us up here.
We are recording this on Groundhog's Day, and
yes,
he said early spring. So
didn't see the shadow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see how early that spring comes.
Yeah. I think he's a liar personally.
Yeah, all the time.
Yep.
So that is our first show.
Give us a little bit of feedback too, especially for me. I just got from Amazon in the mail about 2 to 3 hours ago. I got a new webcam that I'm using, and I got a brand new microphone too. So this is my first go around using the mic and camera combo. So just a little bit of feedback. How everything sounds and looks, lighting, all that stuff. So
yeah, any feedback, anything else you guys want to know?
Yes,
we definitely want to hear it.
And I also got a green screen kit today too. I don't have it set up. I didn't have time to get the screen ironed out because it's all wrinkly. But I'm gonna have that set up so behind me, anyways, I can have, whatever I decide to download, put up behind me. Maybe me out on the boat or something just to back it up. And then with that kit, we also got I got 2 extra lights, umbrella lights that I'm gonna give to Scott. So Scott's lighting's up on par. So.
Yeah, my lighting situation isn't the greatest right now, so yours definitely has a little better look to it.
Yeah, well, we'll get you up to speed. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess we'll cut it short here.
Yeah, might as well.
Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Love to have you be part of our Sportsman team.
Yes. And just to help out our channel too. I'm not trying to, but word of mouth is going to go a long way for us, especially the people that are watching, the people that are in the Stout Sportsman group for fantasy fishing. If you got friends or relatives, let them know. There's still plenty of time for them to get in, make picks, and it's just something that's fun. So the more people we can get watching us, the better. So we'd appreciate that.
We also have a Stout Sportsman Facebook page.
Yes.
Well, today I did. I put up a post to let everybody know that we were going to go live at 2:30. We were a tad bit late, but
a couple
we got up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to follow us on Facebook also,
mm-hmm.
You can do that and get some live updates.
Yes.
We are actually live on Facebook also right now.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
good.
All right.
Anything else you want to hit before we go?
No. If you're watching us before the Super Bowl, you know,
Yeah.
have fun, but not too much.
Right, exactly. Too much.
Hopefully your numbers come in, or at least my numbers come in. My squares.
Yeah, I think I got a good feeling about today. The day started out pretty good, so
Yeah.
it'll continue that way. Yep.
All right. For Scott, and who are you?
Matt?
Matt.
Yep.
So 2 T's.
2 T's.
2 T's for Scott over here too.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Gotta keep it simple.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
All right, take care. See you.